What up? It's your boy Codename Duchess. Gonna keep that hype train moving. We're almost to 500 subscribers. Appreciate all y'all. If you're new to the channel, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it all. With that said, just want to take a moment and say RIP Jerry West, true NBA legend, true class act, going into the Hall of Fame for the third time, Olympics player, and now he's going to go in as a contributor for what he did as an executive. So RIP Jerry West, condolences out to the family. Hug your loved ones. With that said, new sparks. Complete the whole agenda to get Kevin Garnett, not pictured Kevin Huerter, but also Fred VanVleet, DeMarcus Cousins, Uncle Joe, and Jared Vanderbilt. With that said, let's dive in and let's see what these agendas are about. So the first one's going to be score 20 points in the paint in a game with a player 15 times. Next one is going to be win 10 games using 5 Raptors players. Next is going to be 150 points with small forwards over multiplayer games. And then 25 steals with power forwards over multiple games. This is the one I've seen people giving the most trouble, but we'll get to it. Next is going to be 40 3-pointers with Kings players over multiple games. And then 30 dunks on triple threat online games. And then 15 blocks with Celtics players over multiple single player games. This has to be done in offline modes. 20 rebounds with Celtics players over multiple multiplayer games. That's it. Complete all that, and we'll get Kevin Garnett. So the most difficult one that I have read on Twitter and I've heard through the grapevines is this Jared Vanderbilt steals one. Get 25 steals with power forwards over multiple games. My approach to this was to not push it. Like, it was not the one that I was trying to do. I let this one happen naturally, and I'll show you how I stacked it to just let it happen. So it wasn't stressful. I got it done in less than an hour. Because sometimes that's just how life is. Things get easier when you stop trying them. So the first stack is going to be 25 steals, 40 3-pointers, and then Celtics blocks. So I'm going to show you what the lineups look like. I'm going to show you some of the actual plays, and then I'll show you the box scores. This was really simple. This is the lineup I used. Super long, lengthy Kristaps, super good defender, Bill Russell, and then Page is going to be hitting those threes. So we have 3 power forwards out there. 3 guys with power forward chem. Anybody gets a steal, it counts. 2 Celtics, really good shot blockers, and then Page is doing his Kyle Korver impression and just knocking down the threes. Now, if you've already completed the Kings threes, Dennis Rodman, Jonathan Isaac, 2 really good steal small forward, power forward, so you get that small forward, power forward chem still. Bring them with your Celtics. Another option here is this lineup of Iggy, Battier, and Bill Russell. All 3 of them get power forward chem. Anybody gets a steal, and then Russell can still get you your Celtics blocks. So you're still going to play against some pretty easy lineups because we didn't bring a God squad. So if AJ, like you just saw right there, Korver cousin. Let's put it that way. Dude's going to get open. He's got a nicer jumper. There's a Bill Russell block. And I think I got 7 in one game. Like, you don't even got to force these. Bill Russell and Kristaps will block these shots. Neither one of these cards is that expensive to get. And that's all it says. You're going to make 7 threes a game. You're going to get several blocks. If anybody on this team gets a steal, it's going to count. Like I said, we're not going to stress about the steals part. We're just going to let that naturally happen. We have other agendas we need to do. There's no reason to force the steals on us. With that said, I didn't get a single steal in this one, but I did get half of the Celtics blocks. So I think it only took me 3 games to get the Celtics blocks. Here, Bill Russell got the 3 steals, 4 blocks. Just please let the steals happen naturally. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give you in any of this. So we are on to stack number 2 now. We're going to do points in the paint, win 10 games using 5 Raptors, and of course the steals. We're always going to be working on the steals. We're just not going to stress ourselves out and pressure ourselves for the steals. So this is the kind of lineup we're going to take into clutch time to get these wins. There's a faster way. You can go into one of the fundamental challenge games, and it's like make 2 free throws, or 4 free throws and you're done. You can bring 5 Raptors. If you want to do that, go for it. I'm doing it this way because this is the most efficient way, not necessarily the fastest way, but this is the most efficient way. I'm also going to get points in the paint. I'm going to get Raptors wins, and I'm going to get some steals. So since we're bringing this lineup and we do want to try to get steals with power forwards, we brought OG Anunoby and Scotty Barnes, who both have power forward Kim, and we are going to put them on the point guards. We're going to make them guard the ball handlers for this game. Now, we only got 2 steals. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to get a bunch of steals, but you got 2 steals. You have to play 10 of these anyway. We got the 20 points in the paint with Scotty Barnes by sending him on backdoor cuts and involving him in pick and roll. We got a win using 5 Raptors. All in all, we were able to stack a couple agendas, and I mean, we got to do it anyway. We can, like I said, you can quickly go get the 10 wins with 5 Raptors, but you got to come out here and get the steals anyway. There's not a super fast. The fastest way to get the steals, if you wanted to target just steals, is domination, and you're locked in for a 30-minute game then. You might as well get some clutch time points, get some better rewards, and just slowly unstress, grind it out. Now here's for the final offline stack. We're going to do the 20 points in the paint. We're going to do the 25 steals, and we're going to do the Celtics blocked. And we're going to bring a lineup that looks like this. This is Iggy has power forward. Battier has power forward. Russell has power forward. It doesn't have to be their primary position. It can be their secondary position whenever you're doing agendas. It doesn't have to be primary position. Now, with that said, if steals is all you have left, then you want to get them quickly. Take a lineup that is like this. This is Sohan at the point guard because he has power forward point guard. I have Michael Jordan that I can throw in here because he's got shooting guard power forward, but I don't like to use those kind of cards when I'm trying to give examples because I like to use cards that you guys could actually get. So shooting guard is kind of a miss, but then we're going to put in Peja. He's got small forward, power forward. Draymond Green, power forward, excellent steal Kim. And then our center is just going to be somebody who's really good at getting steals that has center power forward. There's a bunch of options there. And then take them in and play against these domination lineups. This is an all gold starting lineup. This is the Spurs lineup. Probably the worst guard play that you will find in domination. So that's all I got for you. Sorry if that got a little winded. Trying to give you guys the most tips I can give you. Don't stress out about the steals. It will happen naturally. It's not that many. It's 25 steals with power forwards. That said, good luck on your agendas. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Y'all have a good night, and I'll catch you next time.